streaming of events. I referred to holograph concerts of my artists that I was managing. So we've had these deep discussions based off of what is real and tangible and works.
Yes.
Without being controlled. What organically moves. Like music immunity. Let's say that music is not anything that can be controlled. But as long as we continue to give the power to the controllers that can turn off the switch, then we're giving away what literally is our birthrights.
True. All right, Carrie, so let's jump into the charts, and then we're going to make way for my next guest, yeah?
Yes, for sure. The charts, you can hear them right here with Musical Genius. In the number 10 position is Aliza Brazil by LB Braithwaite. Number 9 is Rocket Blaster by Belinda Brady, Trust, and Nico. Number 8 is Turn Your Lights Down Low by Six Gal and Kimani Marley. Number 7 is Start With a Prayer, Kara Monte. Number 6 is Blessings Aflow by Jalex and Busy Signal. Number 5 is Oh My Goodness by Kid Rasta. Number 4 is Hold a Vibe by Resolution. Number 3 is Big Billy with Blisters and Onique. And number 2 is Worthy by Onique. And number 1 is Blazing Iron by Rupert O'Gigi Harvey. And you can follow him at Rastamantis, the number 1. And if you want to vote for the charts, you can. rebelvibes.ca, where you can find everything, or you can just keep locked in here all the time. And we'll see you again on another Saturday to have more discussions and more from the top 10.
Okay, no problem, Carrie. So give thanks, and what our reasoning for it, John Star. Trust me, we've got to do more of this. We definitely got to do more of this, yeah?
We definitely do. I wanted to make mention of something very quick, if I can, before going. We have a wonderful artist in Canada. Her name is Aresha. She has a brand new body of work that's out now. Za Pravdu. I hope I'm doing it justice. We want to encourage everyone to give her some support. Her family is from the Ukraine. She's currently in Colombia touring and recording new songs. And when she heard the news of the war in Russia and her family is still over there, she's been giving her voice to the reggae industry for years and loves the vibration of reggae music. We've made a point to feature her on CauseWeCan.ca, and we want everyone else who is unfamiliar with this name, Aresha, please support her at CauseWeCan.ca. Her message is strong, and her message will help heal her people.
Just trust me. All right, Carrie, so give thanks, and we're back next strong, all right?
Yes, much love.
Much love. Irie? Yes, sir. All right, so give thanks. Because Carrie Mullen's giving us a Canadian link up, a very long one this afternoon. Because, sometimes I have a little reasoning. Sometimes it can't be just about music. And sometimes I have a little reasoning, And especially with the state of the music industry now, we'll be having more talks about that, I may change the format of the show a little bit as well to actually accommodate some of this as well, Massive, because, it's just needed. All right? In the meantime, my guest, DeVaré.
Day after day, I'm more confused as I look for a light in the pouring rain. This is a game that I hate to lose, but I'm feeling the strain. Ain't that a shame? Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in this rain.
His name is DeVaré. Tell you what way to go. know something? Pull that up. We're going to please that track a little more from now, you know, trust me. In the meantime, between time, greetings, DeVaré. Am I pronouncing the name right?
It's DeVaré.
DeVaré. You have to excuse me. Yeah. You have to excuse me on DeVaré, because my head no good.
and your head no good, man. I want to tell you the honest truth is that when people actually get it right, it is a surprise to me. Because over the years, I am so used to getting that name butchered that right now, I just kind of answer to any one of the variations.
So it's DeVaré, yeah?
It's DeVaré, yeah, man.
Mad. Yes, I. And, welcome to the International Reggae Show with the host, King Genius Society in the building. Your management sent me your music, and I said, I have to bring you on air. Yeah?
I appreciate that, bro. I really do.
Yeah, I have to. Trust me, because I heard your music, and I was saying to your management, where have you been?
Oh, my gosh. It was you that asked that question. Yes. She was cracking up. She was just like laughing and laughing and laughing. She was like, oh, I wish I could just tell him all the names of the gatekeepers that have been holding good talent back.
Wow. I was like, oh, she told you what I said, yeah? Mad.
Yes, she did. I actually have a very solid relationship with my management because respect is what it was built on. You get me?
Yes.
So from the moment things are built on respect, you will find that the journey is different. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And as far as this journey is concerned, due to the fact that it built on respect, it's still at the forefront. So you see the little important things that might seem irrelevant, then become relevant in this relationship because those are the glue, the ties that bind. You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
so when we talk to one another, regardless of whether or not the situation is difficult to deal with, once the respect factor set that way, then, brother, you remember, you understand, and you know, say, respect Joe.
Yes, sir.
You get what I say?
Yes,
not
sir.
only from she to me, but from her, from me to her, because it's supposed to be a two-way street. So yeah,
right.
She will share certain things with me, and this is a experience. So even for say that we are talking right now, it speaks volumes because the love is out there. Finding it might be difficult because of the gatekeepers. So when you do find it, you have to share it. Not joking.
True that, my lord. True that. And you also, you're not just a resident of Jamaica. You're actually a resident of South Florida as well, right?
Well, actually, this is correct. Since 1994, I've lived in South Florida. But the fact of the matter is, I migrated in 1988 from Jamaica to the U.S. I spent just about 6 years or so thereabout in the northern side. I lived in Maryland for a while.
Oh, Maryland,
but then, guess what happened now? Well, I'm not too like the snow and the cold, So I found my way south. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And once I found my way south, it was also a part of a master plan because the intention was to reintegrate with Jamaica. So it's easier from Florida. Like take, for instance, I can wake up this morning, fly from Florida to Kingston, deal with my business, and fly back to Florida. I don't want to know I left. And vice versa from this side there and back. So it was a big part of the master plan. Ultimately, now, what's happening is that as I get older and I look at where I would like to spend my final years, so to speak, because nobody lives forever, I chose Jamaica. So that reintegration was complete by that time. So from, let's say, 2005 until now, the reintegration is complete. So I am as much Jamaican as I am Yankee. And I am as much Yankee as I am Jamaican.
Yes, I love that. So what we're going to do now, we're going to spiral into the conversation. So as there's a television program that a guy says, he will say to you, DeVaré, this is your life. So we're going to pass it on.
Yeah, I remember that program. Yeah,
you remember that program?
Life.
Yes, this is your life. So what we're going to do now, we're going to speak to you about your early years. So place of birth and how did you start out in the musical industry?
Okay, place of birth, Yellas, St. Thomas, Jamaica. As I mentioned earlier, I migrated at age 20. I'm giving away myself now, innit? So after migration, then music started to become a part of me as it relates to reggae music from a different angle because I was raised in a church home, in a heavily Christian home. right? So that reggae music thing was not it's considered secular music. It was not the expected sounds coming out of your mouth. Your mom would slap your mouth off. You understand? So as I aged and come to realize the difficulty of entering into the business, I can only focus on school and a steady income flow. Say around age 25 going to 30, somewhere about there, music comes calling again because it's in my blood. You understand? Once it came calling, I was like, all right, so since you have set your foundation as far as a steady income stream is concerned, why don't you do this? Just take a portion of your salary, because it's going to cost you money. It's not going to be free. Take a portion of your salary and dedicate that portion and call it, say, like hobby or extracurricular activity when you write about it.
Okay.
So that's what I did. That was around 2003, 4, somewhere about there. That is the part of the foundation. I did the beat. I walked the beat. I came to England and I tried. Then the world recession came around 2006 and diverted all energies and attention from that and focused on keeping food on the table and keeping the lights on. So by around 2010 now, I had actually walked the beat, as in check who and check who and check who, developing my sound. Who had what to say was not necessarily music to my ear, so I walked away. And I went on my own. Come 2011, I built myself a studio because I'm fiercely independent. I wanted to create my own sound. May sound arrogant, but I am just me. I'm not arrogant. I just have what I want, laid out how I want it, and that's what I want. So once I built that studio, I started working with a keyboard player engineer, and we really honed the sound. So what you're hearing, like even the song that was playing when you just called me, that is the byproduct of all of that work. All right. The journey continues until I felt like I was ready for the road, so to speak. And I put the sound in the street. When I put the sound in the street, I realized that the route is not necessarily easy because there are gatekeepers. So I started focusing the next few years not on making music, but on marketing music. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So here we are in what you would call the marketing phase, where I let's say I got a big toe in the door, and no, I'm supported in that big toe so I can get the whole foot inside of the door. Yes, so that is how my journey worked. It's different from most people's journey because it wasn't a journey where I was getting into music to build no big house but no hill. I got into music because I love it. It's in my bones. You understand? I exude good quality music, and that's what brought me into it in a manner that even you can question where have I been, because of the fact that I am so dedicated to this thing on a particular level. Because again, I'm not knocking anyone who is out there looking for them dinner money, but the point is that when you do that, your focus is such that before the dumpling done cook, you want to share out the food.
See that?
You see me I say? Because you think the song, just because it out half for the press and it sound good, you think it's good quality, and you run go put it out the road because you can't wait to build a big house there.
And funny how you said that.
Range Rover or whatever, you get me?
Yes, sir. Funny how you said that. Yeah, we had a discussion just before you came on about the artists them who just want them thing I wrote. You know, I had that discussion with a big producer last week as well, and you know, he said what he said, which was the truth, that you know, in Augusta you don't just make a tune and put it out next week or put it out in 2 weeks time. Sometimes it can take a year. Me know artists that take all a year for make an album. Yeah. So
yes, I.
So I agree.
You're talking to one right now.
Yeah. See there?
Yeah,
see there?
Yeah, but I have songs on my recording in my general. And you see, after I listen them, because I have two forms of listening. Unlike a lot of people, I have two forms of listening. Two and I listen four. Okay?
Yes.
If you apply the wrong one in the wrong way, you don't get good results. Seeing?
Yes.
And I have songs that I have recorded. And after me hear it the fourth or the fifth time or the sixth time, however many times, that gets scrapped. The quality is just not up there. Whether it is the music not proper, whether it is the way or the vocal tracks relayed is not proper, when production itself not proper, and I shelf them, and they will never see the light of day in that format. You understand? Because it's just not right, and it's just not ready. Music is a vibe thing. So it's when the vibe hit me, it's like a madman may run gas studio, you know. Because I write that's how it there. I mean, if you capture the essence here. You follow me?
Yes,
and that's how it goes. So me can endorse what you said a while ago like 1,000 times over. Yes, I.
Yes, I. For real. So, basically, you just come out of business because you love it, and basically you say, you know something, I'm going to do something about it. You set up your own studio. So, have you worked for any producers while you was during these times, or was it just strictly you say, you know something, but now I work for no producer, I'm going to do everything myself? Yeah.
Okay. The producer, Virgin I'm going to tell you about, he actually migrated. See, and so it got a little bit tough. But because I have my own place, it wasn't so much I've said that everything fell apart. I found somebody else and we started working together.
Okay.
Now, as I said, things and time change because we're talking about a long period of time. Things and time change for whatever reason. Someone can just get a child, you know, and that make him can't come to studio later again. You see me? I say whatever it is, and it will fool with the sound. So what really happened is when that happened to me, remember I was saying to you, I was looking for the marketplace. I learned something from that producer, which is the personal producer. He said to me one day we were gonna do a local show. He said, "Yo, you can't go up there go sing two songs, brother. You whole lot of people will go sleep left you, you know." And I was like, you know, you're right. They need familiarity. And by that same token, because I'm an avid learner, I came to realize that to break into this marketplace, then since it is this way, a way how to do it is sing familiars. Sing songs that people know. So I went and I write up about 12 songs. And I said, okay, I want to create a different feel to these songs. So I went to Kingston, because my countryman, you know, come from St. Thomas. I went to Kingston and I hooked up with Beres Hammond's producer, okay? And his name is actually, funny enough, his name is DeVaré. But I had met him at Beres Hammond's studio when I was walking the beat, you know what I mean? And we decided to work together. Now, he doesn't have that big name like a lot of producers, but what he has is the big training. He was trained at Anchor Studios, which is Gussie Clark, legend, you know, the business.
That's right.
And he was formally trained. So he is not an under the mango tree producer. And when you listen.
You there? Yeah, you're cutting out
this
there.
This one spent 8 years working with Beres Hammond.
Wow.
8 years. Can you imagine that? You have to go. You have to go.
Trust me.
So the album Reflections was produced by this brother. And like I said, he doesn't have a big name. Now, you asked me a question, so I'm going to go a little bit deeper to make a point. You see, when you find what works, it's in your best interest to stick to it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
For me, I am not the kind of person where I run up and down, I try vice for producer, I have a vice for producer, there's a vice for producer, devil knows that. I call that a hustle. I am not a hustler of this business. Now, again, I am not speaking on what the next person is doing, I'm speaking on me. So who might get offended based on what I said a while ago, get offended all you want. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about myself. I am the kind of person that will not spend any time in a career that does not bear fruit. I think that's utterly ridiculous. There are so many artists, okay, that have done that throughout their life. They spent an entire career in a business, and if something should happen to them for big money for that, I refuse to be that person. So therefore, I am not going to bounce about all over the place. I run up and down, I go look producer for vice versa. I don't believe in that ideology. I believe in owning my rights. So you know what I do? I own mine from scratch. From beginning to end, it belongs to me. That is how I see it. And I teach everyone moving forward that come in contact with me to do the same. You need to own your rights. Because if a car come in and a man give her X amount of money for Vice Panna Rhythm, and a car come in for that song the 5 years later, for $40 million in any currency, me not care, for put the song in a movie, you are entitled to absolutely nothing because you sold your rights for them couple $100 that way you take for go on the rhythm. You understand what I say to you, my general?
You know why,
I want to hope the people who are one quick second, I say this.
No
the
problem.
People who are hope to enter this business thinking that is you make money in this business, you're dead wrong.
Right. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, DeVaré. Yeah? And the reason why I'm glad you said that, because you mentioned something. Man, I take the $200 and the $300 and the $400 and the $500 for Vice at your own. Yeah? Me know a man right now. You know the man them, but I'm not going to call them names. Yeah? These are
you don't need to do that.
These are established artists. You talk to them. Me's a producer myself. I'm not afraid to say it.
Yes,
yeah? And the man them will say to you, boy, but genius, you know, I'm believing this, I can't just give a tune so my charge X amount. I've been just left them. And the reason why I've just left them, because when time comes, and he just said that 40 million comes through the door, you're not entitled to that. That's my 40 million, no.
That's correct.
Yeah?
That's correct, because you sold me your rights. You sold me your rights to this song. Because I paid you for it already.
Yeah, and this is you see, with reggae, it's so hard to actually know which royalties belong to who, because a producer might say, boy, you know something, me pay the artist. So you what? Your royalties, you cover my winning, for example, me cover Shankai Sheikh. And the producer may pay the musicians. So, for example, say Duke Reed would say, if he was alive, yeah, man, I pay the musicians them so my tune. But then the musician saying, boy, you know something, I me play a bass pan that, I me play a drum pan that. Yeah? But in the legal entity, even if you put the producer of the rhythm or the musicians of the rhythm, you're in your legal right to put that name down on paper for them to get. For example, DeVaré might have written a bass line to something, but the producer is King Genius. But I pay you. But on paper, I'm legally for a man that's covered the rhythm. I have legal rights to put you, DeVaré, as a right of the rhythm. But I'm also in legal rights to put the producer as, you understand?
Yeah.
And this was
all right. You see what we are discussing right now? For the people who not grasp what really are going, this is the business of music. You understand? This is the business of music. The part where your ear will move your body. That's the vibe of music.
Yes.
But the business of music is just like selling oranges or selling the newspaper, my general. It's just like the water. What the municipality sells to you. It's just that the electric what it sells. It is a business. It needs to be packaged properly in order for it to become a viable business. You see what I'm saying? So these moments that you as a producer and me as a singer really discuss them things, it's heavy, because if we not teach the youth them who are coming to the business later on, then what's going to happen to the business of music? Someone else is going to control that business. And like I say, if you get sick or God forbid you should pass, you can't find money, your family can't find money to bury your brother.
Because you've sold...
And you and I know this happen. We see it, like I said a while ago, never called on you, but we see it.
Because you've sold your rights.
You sold all of your rights.
So...
You see what I'm saying?
So when you cover
that $5 up front.
Exactly. So when you cover that rhythm or whatever, when you cover that rhythm, and you as a person that covered that rhythm, and you go to do your copyright thing, whatever, yeah, and you put either of the name, you are not in your wrong. So you and the producer got to fight that now. Boy, come the rest I got to you, and and the producer said, boy, something, my brother, me pay you,
Yeah,
so
man.
that's the state. That's the state that reggae music is in right now. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's chaos, ain't it? It's chaos, big time chaos.
And no one can do anything about it because it's legal.
There you go.
It's legal.
There you go.
Yeah. Fight between yourselves, mate.
Yeah, man.
It's sad, but it's where it is. But yeah, man. So DeVaré.
That's why I feel like I get the platform platform, I'm going to say something about it, and hopefully it will make some level of change.
Yes, definitely. I'm going to quickly run on your track, Love's Natural High, and then get back to the eye, yeah? For more reasoning.
Yes, I.
Massive, it was this song that I listened to and I said, where's this Brethren been? Where has this Brethren been? Because my ear the tune on Brethren. You know when your body's quiver and you start draw tears.
Yeah, man.
Love's Natural High. We got to support this artist.
The very start, we knew it deep in our heart. This love was meant to be. And since we knew it all along, we built this thing strong and filled it with a memory. Now just look at you and me, as close as we could be here on Love's Natural High. Some said it couldn't last and tried to taint us with our past, but we just walk on by. So many tried and tried to break us down, but we held on, that's why we're still around. I believe in you and you believe in me. Nothing stays the same, but our love will remain to pass the test of time. Just as long as I am yours and you are mine. Oh. And lovers come and go, but this love just grows and grows, so stronger every day. This love gets stronger. So as the years they roll on by, I'm so proud of you and I, and that you are here just stay. You see, we've been through thick and thin, but this love so deep within, that's why we've made it through. This kind of love is beyond compare. It's nice to know that you are here and I am blessed with you. So many tried and tried to break us down, but we held on, that's why we're still around. I believe in you and you believe in me.
Quality music, massive, I tell you. 28 minutes past the hours of 5. My guest is DeVaré. Brethren,
Yeah, man.
that tune there, mad. Trust me. Wow.
You know, I'm going to give you a little history before you even ask the question. You see that song there still? That song there, if you see if your meds music on a level, you're going to realize that song there is an appreciation song from the beginning to the end. It literally, I say, yo, you see if you do things for the long term, it have to be, what I say, made in heaven. It have to be. You hear the song say it is right from the very start, that's how I feel.
Yes, I.
Once it right and you nurture it, it can last literally forever.
Trust me.
You get what I'm saying? And the message behind that song there, a long time I heard that song there, no brother, and it's still fresh.
True.
May I listen to my own music, I just kick back, just a bounce my head. You know? Because I them think they're good music though. All when I know you sing it, good music are good music, but I appreciate the fact that I could have conjured up something from the beginning to the end. Original music, original rhythm, original lyrics, everything, and move another person thousands of miles away. So I really, really appreciate that. You know?
Trust me. Love that, Bridget. Love that. Okay, so DeVaré, the musicians on there, are there some name brand musicians or, tell me more about it?
Not even one, King Gina, not even one.
Wow.
These musicians that play on this and most of my tracks are St. Thomas musicians that started off like me. The first chance I'm ever getting in them life to touch an instrument is in our church. I believe in that though. I'm one of them people that will believe in that. I believe in giving a person with the ability, the opportunity, and let them shine. Mm-hmm. And so no, not even one single established musician.
Wow.
Nope.
Wow, that's good. That's good, Do you actually go around Jamaica with this band, or it's just... Yeah?
Actually, right now, because remember, I had diverted my attention to getting the music in the marketplace. Mm-hmm. The drummer is right now in California. When did I speak to him? Day before yesterday. He's in California. They're on the tour. I think he's playing for Janine right now.
Okay.
They're already accepted for the Rotterdam Splash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I know the BSC and the keyboard player since they're in a school uniform.
Mm-hmm.
I'm part of the nurturing of these youths. And you say, oh, for me, I tell them, I'm going to play Rotterdam Splash. I've never been to Rotterdam Splash. I'm not grudge them, I'm not bad man. That's not what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I'm just making the point of it. It's so beautiful to see that you dedicate time and energy into the youth and the development of our music and watch it shine.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And me put the first keyboard that the keyboard player can say him own, and me put it in their hand.
Okay. Mad.
You understand me? I talk about dedication?
Yes, sir.
The same drummer what I tell you about, him sit to it, because he's a school teacher and he's a music teacher in a high school.
Okay.
Him sit to it, say BSA, own an instrument. That is what I tell you about when I say, I'm serious about what I do.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me, King?
Yes,
I saw it set in a family head. We saw to it that the youth will have the potential, get the opportunity. And see him, what I tell you about there? Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, big up yourself around the Patrick anytime you hear this, anytime, anywhere you're there in the world. You see me I say?
Yes,
we're
sir.
serious about that. We're serious about that. That man situates to them two youth there, put them foot on plane for them first time in them life. Go play music what them love.
Mad.
You hear me, General? So I talk. And the man come make big chat and read. Me live what me say.
Yes, sir.
I was serious about that. And me not stop. You understand? I must the grave take me not stop. I always have to forever try to reach out my hand and make a next person get an opportunity. I just mean that. So
Yes,
that's
sir.
right there.
Yes, sir. For real. So we'll quickly flip in another one and I'll come and look upon the time and so I'll quickly flip in another one. This one's entitled This Year Love Is Here to Stay. There's another bad tune.
Absolutely.
But nah, lie.
Yes, I.
DeVaré, my guest this afternoon, this morning, this evening. We got 27 minutes left to go before we're out of here. I tell you.
We're gonna talk about this love that we found. And all the people gonna try to
This is the International Reggae Show.
Non-stop turn on Chris.
With musical genius. On RealHarmonyRadio.com.
People are gonna talk about this love.
My guest DeVaré, This Year Love Is Here to Stay.
People gonna try to get you down, but I don't care what people say. I'm gonna love you anyway. Oh, I don't care about the games they play, 'cause this your love is here to stay. Oh, I don't care what
say the beautiful tune because of my guest. His name is DeVaré. Tell you, boy, brethren, mad.
Yo, but watch you know, that same vibe then, King Genius. Watch this, you know. People are gonna talk about the way King Genius play him sound. And all the people gonna chat off them more, trying to break him down. But we don't care what people say. We gonna listen King Genius anyway. Yo, we don't care about the games they play. King Genius are the boss and he is here to stay.
Mad.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know, I was just informed that I was told about yourself a little time ago from a sister by the name of Lady Tia. She says, I have a virgin that I would like you to interview. But, you know, they said nothing done before the time. But, yeah. And she was made, she made me aware she had she know of an artist that, you know, she thinks I should interview because he's got good music. And look how things work out.
Yeah. So it's funny. You know, we both live in South Florida. And for a while, we always chit-chat and whatever, this and that. And she was going through a downtime, and I really, really stood up for her and encouraged her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I told her, don't let that become you. Don't let that define you. And, you know, and some mutual respect, like I spoke about earlier, developed there. And like I said, we both live in South Florida. And you know we met last year? Like last year, May or June? Mm-hmm. We met in Jamaica. That's the funniest thing. We live right up the road from one another. Alpha fly, from plane, go back our birthplace, go meet. You know what I'm saying? It's like the funniest thing. But yeah, man, that's my girl right there, man. That's, you know, the oddest thing about females in just about any industry is that a lot of focus end up on their bodies. Mm-hmm. And it's just so wrong. Because two strong women raised me, you understand? Mm-hmm. And I know that there are a whole lot more than just our sex partners. Yes. You understand what I say?
Yes, sir.
And I think that pulls people to me in a particular way because, look, man, there's a whole lot more to life than that. Mm-hmm. You see what I say?
Yes, sir.
And that's where that mutual respect comes from between me and her. That's my baby right there. You just don't know. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And she knows it. She knows it. We don't dip on phone and chat every day like that, you know.
Yes,
but
sir.
there's like such a strong bond between us.
Yes, sir.
You see me as a king?
Yes, sir.
And I just saw it go. And I'm glad you mentioned that she did that because she's of that nature.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For real. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, moving forward now, are you actually in the process of putting together? Because I assume having your own studio and thing that you got an album or more than an album's worth of stuff to actually put out there. So you're actually in the process of compiling together an album?
Actually, I'm not working on an album in the sense of it because I took some time to build a bigger facility than the one that I had. And it's not 100% complete, but it's about 90, right? Mm-hmm. And I literally just hung the 3 heavy doors for the studio and the voice room yesterday. Literally, physically, me, not a carpenter. I did it. Right?
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So that is what a lot of my energy is on. But meanwhile, I got to keep the fans happy. So I'll drop a single here and I'll drop a single there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I've got music that's not complete, but the rhythm is built, and all I got to do is go to the studio and lay the vocal track. Or I've got music that it's gotten that far and just needs to be mixed. So at pace, in time, songs come out.
Yes,
you see what I mean?
Yes,
so I'm not really compiling an album. It's more like we'll just drop a few singles here and there. Because I released an album, not December that went by, the one before. So December made it a year.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that album is called Reflections. It's available everywhere. But the thing is, like I'm saying to you, it's time and place. Mm-hmm. And as you go through the journey, there's a lot of other things to do other than just a release song. Mm-hmm. You understand? Because one of my original from one time I say, say song kill song. And it's true. So it's not so much about just putting a whole bunch of songs out there like that. It's a matter of, take for instance then, let's say, signs of the time, the vibe that you're going through, the right time, release a song, and so on, for relevance or whatever, because it is a business, you know what I mean?
Yes,
so it's like that.
Yes, sir. So inspirations now, DeVaré, who would say inspired you? Because I know a lot of artists. For me, I grew up on, well, people think I grew up on reggae, but me grew up on soft rock, soft pop, and soft soul. That me grow up.
Man of my own heart, so did I. I couldn't listen to the hardcore stuff. When me I growing up, Bob Marley was the dirty Rasta boy. Let me just put it in perspective. Bob Marley was the dirty Rasta boy. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And so, we don't know what it is about Jamaica and everything dirty. You understand? But yeah, so I couldn't play that kind of music no matter what. But I loved classic R&B. And so in the sneaker, I'm from the transistor radio era. You understand?
Yes,
when me sneak when I listen, that's what I listen to. When I was at my father's, because my father and my mother separated when I was only 3 years old. So when I was at my father's, I was the DJ, right? I'm playing Sam Cooke, Engelbert Humperdinck, all of that. That's what I grew up on. And so as far as inspiration to answer your question is concerned, I never wanted to be the next anyone. Let me just make that clear. When you hear me say earlier I created my own sound, yes, I love the music, but that's not why I do music.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I do music because it's a voice that's inside of me. So what happens with my inspiration to write a song, then to be more specific, to write a song, it comes to me. I don't search for it. You see, same as me sit down here and talk to you, it can and has come. It come in my sleep, it come in the shower. It just comes and I have to lock it. Once I lock it, I will remember it forever. But I have to lock it. If I don't, it's gone. It's gone for good. It's never going to come back. Yes, so that's how my inspiration for the words come. And the melody and everything, it comes to me in that format. So then I have to sit down now with a musician and work out the progressions and work out the chords. Right? Now, for many years, I never thought that I would be able to listen to a rhythm and write a song to it. But what I found is that listening to a rhythm takes you to a place mentally also.
Yes, sir.
So if I'm going to listen to a rhythm, if you send me a rhythm, come right now, even though I just play it in the car for a second just to hear it, I can't do that to try to mix the song. Well, I'll go to the rhythm. No, I need to isolate myself from outer, what you call influences. You see me?
Yes,
turn my phone and do not disturb and find myself in a quiet place where I can be inside of me. You see me? That is how it worked for me. So generally speaking, to answer the question, some of the answer, my inspiration is self. I have never wanted to be like anyone. I am self-motivated, and so because of that, I was able to create my own sound. I, as a matter of fact, resent the idea, boy, I'm gonna sound like the next Barry Salmon. Don't you ever say that to me. I don't like that. Barry Salmon is Barry Salmon. He needs to be respected on that level and be him. I don't need to be his clone. You understand? So I don't need to be, I want to be the clone of anyone. I want to be an individual, and I'm fiercely independent, so that shines right through. It comes off sometimes like arrogance, but people need to understand that I cut my own path. I identify who I am, and I'm in love with the brother. You understand?
Yes,
so I don't want to be no next nobody. So I don't do that. I don't listen to a song to try to get inspiration for try write a song after it. I don't believe in that. I believe in my own thoughts.
Yes, sir.
I got a brain that's capable. So I focus on that and create my own sound and do my own thing. And I'm sure you hear it.
Yes,
of
course.
It's not like anyone else.
Yeah, man. You know, it well different.
King Jesus. Real talk.
Yes, well different, you know. I have a request to play a tune now. And the one is, I forgot make you earn 0.001 point of a penny. so I pay it off a pay it off a title, yeah. So Diamond in the Rough, I'm gonna feature that tune there.
Oh my gosh, so many people love this song, bigger.
Yes,
I tell you.
Let's feature that.
Someone like you to hold on to, and though I've been real close, it's like I never could break through to get to you. So many thoughts of giving up that search forevermore, that's for sure. Like a diamond you came shining straight through that door. Now I'm secure, 'cause all
the tune is sweet or nice, you gotta play it back twice. When the tune is so sweet, you gotta give it the innocent repeat. I tell you. My guest DeVaré.
Someone like you to hold on to, and though I've been real close, it's like I never could break through to get to you. So many thoughts of giving up, that search forevermore, that's for sure.
Okay, one more pull up. Okay, can't do no more pull up because sure they done it. Man. Diamond in the Rough, big tune because it's a DeVaré. Tell ya.
Someone like you to hold on to, and though I've been real close, it's like I never could break through to get to you. So many thoughts of giving up, that search forevermore, that's for sure. Like a diamond, you came shining straight through that door. Now I'm secure, 'cause all my life I've been through changes, and the road has been rough, really rough. All my life I've been through changes, and the way has been really tough. I've only dreamed one day I would find that diamond in the rough, Lord. One day I'll find that diamond in the rough. Some say dreams don't come true, so they don't plan. No, they don't plan. You see, changes after changes make it so hard to understand. Oh, that you have to sacrifice in order to achieve. This ain't no make-believe. You got to hold on to your dream, no matter how hard life seems. All my life I've been through changes, and the road has been rough, really tough. All my life I've been through changes, and the way has been tough, really tough. I only dreamed one day I would find that diamond in the rough.
Tell you, it's a beautiful tune indeed, DeVaré. I tell you,
man, respect.
You're mad, man. Nah, lie, you know. It's like, it's different style, and you know what amazes me as well? The rhythm coming like it. It would call a pentos, Bobby Digital Studio. That's the kind of quality that I hear in this. Like, you know?
Yeah, man. We work on that one kind of way, brother. I tell you the truth. And for hear the people want to stand for gain nothing from telling me this. I tell me this, but I have to take my hat and say I appreciate it. You know, you asked me a question just now about working with producers, right? And oddly enough, this is going to be my second effort at this. I have a song coming out. This kind of goes back to two other questions as you asked, real quick, because I'm watching the time also.
Yes.
I have a production coming out, a song and a production coming out from my manager, because my manager also produces. And the rhythm is called Skylight Rhythm. And this is going to take the world by storm. You know why? Because she asked me to be a co-producer of this rhythm.
Wow.
And we have a compilation of artists on this rhythm, brother. Remember, may I prepare the world right now. I want to prepare yourself. My name not try to even big up my song. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, this is coming from a woman. And that I'm going to say. I'm going to say, I'm not going to believe the quality of this thing, or it have come together properly, because she is more than just a female. She is a woman. Yeah, understand what I say? Remember we talk about that, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I deal in the general.
Yes, sir.
And I just stop big up the lady here. Because she bring me from insignificant to hero. From zero to hero. And a hard work and tenacity to do it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I just want to say that and get that out there when people know, say, yeah, man, Skylight Rhythm. And not normal.
See, is there artists on there that we're aware of, or is it going to be like upcoming artists, or et cetera, et cetera?
There's a bunch of upcoming and one established. Anthony Cruz is on the rhythm.
Okay.
So he's an established artist. But she is also one of the people who believe in giving the unrecognized a chance to shine. So we don't focus on getting 10 big artists on rhythm. That is the honest truth. Really focus on like an anchor, let's say, but let the other unrecognized talent shine, because some of them, and I don't like the idea of better than or anything like that, but some of them deserve to be given the spot to shine.
Yes,
and so me believing in that, and as you know, working with her on this, I believe so also. So we're going to do it that kind of way there. And believe me, man, you see, we're going to have a conversation after this is over, because I believe in relationships for life.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have a conversation after this thing come around.
Yeah, man.
And you will get to review it, and we will talk about it. Talk about it to the audience. Because I entertain, we're entertaining, not true?
True that, man.
So nothing wrong if you just start to me week before last and you talk to me now again. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Talk about the music and the business of it, man.
See there? I saw it go, Rasta. I saw it go for real. Yeah, yes, I. Well, nice reasoning with the iron, okay, you know. Round here, we do mostly reasoning than interview, you know. Anybody can interview.
And that me like. And that, you know, see me, I chat to you like we're a friend for 40 years. That's how you mean. That's how it's supposed to go. No stiffness, no, yeah, man, you know, we are talking about like that rigid feeling there because it's so formal.
Yes.
Man, the thing just flow proper when you notice the time and look, 4 minutes left.
I've interviewed the biggest of biggest artists and biggest of biggest producers, and them, they will tell you, sure, man, can I interview for more than half an hour? Boy, you can't see. I see we're getting on a conversation now. The conversation to an hour change. You know.
I saw it go for real, man. The comfort level just make it just flow and you don't even notice.
Yeah, because, you know, people get... I've noticed that artists and producers are getting fed up of the interview. It's like, them ask the same thing for the last 30 years.
You see? Precisely. But when it's stiff like that, that's going to happen.
Yes.
You can just make it flow and let this set of words flow into the next set of words.
That's it, Bertrand. That's it. But anyway, we got to go now because we've got 3 minutes left on the side of the wings, so you don't know family. But yeah, man, we'll keep the link when I make it sync. And
absolutely. People listening, we're going to talk off the air and plan a bigger and better one for the next time.
Trust me, we are going to do that. Trust me. Yeah. So at some point, between today and tomorrow, we'll link back the eye, and we're going to come back with a part 2. Yes, sir?
You know how I go.
Yes,
yeah, man.
sir.
So respect. Big up to all the people on the Son of My Voice. Time has run out. We're not going to be able to call all the names, but you know yourself. All of my supporters and big up on themselves. All of my haters and big up on themselves too, because I'm remind me some relevant.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yeah, sir. Man. And thank you for the platform, King Genius. Thank you for being a gracious host. Seeing, and to all the listeners out there, one love, stay well, and be blessed. Big up to my family, too. You don't know, Natalie, Lawrence.
Yes, sir. Every time. Seeing, sir?
Right. One love every time.
One love. All right. In the meantime, between time, that's my guest. His name is DeVaré. Coming up next, Jay Radigan. And then straight after Jay Radigan, Liquor Minty. Straight after Liquor Minty, DJ Sanctify. We're out of here. Next week, my guest is John Hope.
No matter what you do, they got a hold on you. It seems you can't erase them from your thoughts because you play for keeps.
No interviews on Easter Saturday. Easter Saturday gonna be strictly juggling. So in the meantime, I'm out of here. Blessed love.
So you do what's right and try with all your might. No matter what that crowd may do or say, you play for keeps. There are times in your life when the good you do seems to come right back only to haunt you because you play for keeps. Never give up cause you know where you belong. The good you do gives you strength to carry